done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They're going to look to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. And the Raiders have got him. Define Diablo dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting.
Touchdown, Raiders! Hunter Renfro, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then it's the wide receiver. Great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This will be caught. Judy. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Tim Patrick that time, and it's third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. The Raiders at 2-4 here in the first half of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. He completes this to Sutton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have got it back to within a score.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And a stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
He's a gain of 21 yards.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
Back to Renfrow again, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They will run the draw with Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 5. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They'll set up a throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And after the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fields this way up at the 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
final play. Being chased out left.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Here's second and a yard.
Brings up second and a yard at the 26-yard line.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The slot man in motion right. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
And this is going to be another first down as they make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So a first and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. Jacobs going to try the middle.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's their quarterback with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Here's Jacobs. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
2nd and 4. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows in terms of football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 79 Broncos!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They go play action here on 1st down.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
This will be caught. Judy.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Back to throw again.
Right back to Judy, and it's complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Raider D, they get the football back. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw.
Out route, and this is Henry with a catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people.
Touchdown! Cortland Sutton from 10 yards out.
And the Broncos take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum the other side is starting to gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick.
The pass complete to Tim Patrick. 4 yards.
2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throw left side complete. That's Patrick. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14. They'll look to throw again.
His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Got a man. It's Judy, complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver.
Greg Dulcich
from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it. And that will put victory in sight for the silver and black. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Broncos come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.